Starbane's Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the Virus Edition, a.k.a. the Pandy Pods.
A.K.A. the pods that are pandy with Jason and Randy.
A.k.a. winning hearts and minds, one Florida man story at a time. You know who that is. The Scraggers, James Scragman.
Scraggs.
I love you, buddy. Thank you for everybody for passing in some AKAs. We love this, love the community that is built by doing this show. Want to grow it. If people ask you, hey, what are you listening to? Tell them, hey, you know what? I get a little daily dose of what I need from the Sklar brothers every day with the Pandy Pods, and I think they'll be really happy. This is the type of thing that you can introduce to people, and they'll dig it, just because it's a fun way to look at what is going on in our world right now. I do think we're still under the thumb of the pandemic in some weird way.
Yeah.
We're not out of the woods yet. We're not at herd immunity. People are still getting vaccinated. We're still trying to figure out the mask policy, what that is. What's the best way to kind of handle this whole thing? So there are woods still to get out of. So in the meantime, we'll just try and do this on a regular basis. We'll keep giving it to you. All right. I think this next whole story is a function of people are back at work and they shouldn't be back in their offices yet. Or if they are back there, they don't remember how to behave.
Right.
I'm going to file this under that. So
we've lost our damn minds.
So as you listen to this story, let's just keep that in mind, that I believe, and Jason I think does too, that like we aren't prepared. Someone went to a party the other night, like an outdoor gathering of like 10 people, okay? And he was telling a friend of mine, he was like, I forgot how to behave. Like I was not good in conversation. He's like, I'm usually a really good conversationalist. I was like checking my phone and I didn't know how to behave out in public. And I think this is what's happening. So let's jump into this story through that prism. Okay. You better let everyone at your work eat at your work lunch table. Let me just say that. Everyone who's at your work should be allowed at the work lunch table. Am I right? It's work.
Yeah, it's work.
These aren't your best friends or, from your cheerleading or your soccer team.
You're not supposed to get cliquey at work.
If someone is creepy AF, then you got to figure out a way around that person. But I say include them at your lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you're in a safe space.
Right. Then you know what he's about. And I say he because it is definitely a he. All right. Your lunch is not that precious. Let's just start there.
Right.
Don't think your lunch. Now that's my time. Well, relax. You're on the clock. Okay.
Or eat lunch alone.
Or drink your lunch. Or find a new job. Because we're at a time in our history, if you don't allow someone to eat with you, eat with your coworkers,
you're going to invite them back to come shoot up the place. That's where we are, sadly, in this country.
Expect it. You have to expect that you have to say that is the worst that can happen, and it probably will happen. Now, do you want that, or do you want to basically? Can you stand this disgruntled employee at your lunch table?
And it is a white guy. I'm going to tell you, it's
never a black woman who does this type of shit. Just allow this creep to sit in. Okay. Don't you want to get like a better read on his crazy mind too, Jay? Right?
Lunchtime is that time to figure this guy out a little bit.
Let him drop hints so you can then have the police search all of his computers.
Right.
This should be viewed as a fact. Hey, you having lunch? No, we're on a fact-finding mission.
Yeah.
Like in this next story.
But if you're being dicks and you won't let your coworkers sit with you, you're going to get called out.
And there may be legal retribution like in this next story.
Here we go.
A car dealership in the UK is paying the price for alleged workplace discrimination.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. A lunchroom freeze-out now falls under discrimination, Jay.
Wow.
But it is the UK, so there's like less fear, I think, that the person's going to come back and shoot
gun retaliation?
Right?
Yeah.
Like if it's the United States, you'd be like, they're going to come back and shoot out the place.
But it is, I will say, it's an American car company.
True, but like I don't think there's American gun sort of mentality behind it. Not in Britain.
No.
Might come back with a knife. Hartwell Ford, a franchise dealership network that operates throughout England. You know how you go through England and you just see so many people driving Fords?
Sure.
Never. Reportedly lost a discrimination case to a former employee. So they're not selling cars, and now they're losing discrimination cases. This is not good for Ford.
No.
Who says they were excluded from monthly team lunches, Newsweek reports. You can't exclude a person no matter how much they eat with their mouth open.
Team lunches? Already that sounds annoying.
Who wants to be with the team while you're eating? Doesn't that feel like it's more work, Jay?
Even if it's only once a month, you have that like
you circle that day
circled.
and you're like, oh God, no. Are you serious?
No, that's today.
It's like going to the dentist. You
forget about it. You make the thing. You know it's coming up.
You know it's probably good for you, but you just hope it ends early.
And every single time you get slapped in the face with, even though you knew it was coming like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, when you see it and it's the day, you're like, oh God, that's today.
You hope that you don't have too many people looking into your mouth. Because when in the same thing at lunch, if people are looking in your mouth, or at the dentist, if a lot of people are looking in your mouth, that's usually a bad sign. Mm-hmm. So if you aren't invited to the team lunches, count that as a blessing. Why are you...
Yeah, why are you making a big deal out of this? You're trying to get
It's not
money.
discrimination, especially if you're this lady. Receptionist Malgorzata Lewicka. Malgorzata Lewicka sounds like the legal thing of not inviting someone to you. That is severe Malgorzata.
Yeah.
It's like malpractice.
Yeah.
Sued the dealership over repeated snub, which occurred after she filed a sexual discrimination complaint against her boss at Hartwell Ford's Hemel Hempstead branch in March of 2018, where she temporarily worked for 2 years.
She tried to file a sexual discrimination complaint.
And then was like, time to get a lawyer involved? Why?
Yes, why?
Why in the world would she demand to then come to a team lunch?
She's looking to get something from these people.
Car dealership is such a
receptionist
is such a low pressure job. You don't have to push someone to do something. You don't have to bring something back to your manager.
You really have all the power. You
right?
put people on hold for a while, and that's what you do, and then connect them up to other people.
So you don't have to act like a dude at the bar at 1:45 a.m. waiting to see who's milling around for the hookup.
You could sit there and read.
Or scroll through TikTok if you want.
While you just make money.
And you never have to go to a team lunch. I can't stress that enough, Jay. When Lewicka was transferred to the dealership's Watford branch following her complaint. So they treated her like she was a priest.
Right.
She complained about sexual harassment.
Move her to another branch.
She told the judge she was excluded from team lunches that were held on the last Friday of every month. Unless they're getting sauced at team lunches, like, again.
Why do you want to be at a team lunch? I don't know why she'd be so mad.
If they were getting sauced on the company dime, then I can see how she'd be mad.
If you're like the only person who's not drunk at work in the afternoon,
and you got to take care of everyone. You got to hold everyone's hair back, including the guy with the ponytail who's a martial arts expert who works in
a guitar
service.
tech who works in the service department.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So if that happened, I can understand. Okay, now I gotta.
It's not fun for me.
You don't want to be the only sober person amongst a bunch of drunk people at work. Colleagues who worked in the same office would provide lunch orders for pizza and other takeout foods to management while Lewicka was routinely skipped. Now, it would suck if she had to put those orders in.
Correct.
Right? Order some pizza that you can't have any of. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to find out what happened to this woman and why she was so pissed that she was not at these team lunches. I wouldn't be pissed. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Follow us on all platforms. Follow us our YouTube page. We've got old Cheap Seats episodes up there. It's so much fun. Sklar Country. Just subscribe to it. Let people know about it. It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
And we got some live dates, as we mentioned, coming up in the fall. I'm so excited about it. We're going to be at the DC Comedy Loft at the end of September, and we're going to be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. We'll probably be adding some more dates. So we'll put all that stuff up on our website and do it then, supersklars.com, and with ticket links and how to do that there. Okay. When we left, this woman
is mad that they're ordering pizza, not including her in team lunches at the end of the month. So she filed a discrimination suit.
Okay, pizza orders. Miles, Gwen, Marcus, not you, Lewicka, Dave, Marie. Like if that happened, she'd be mad.
But it's pizza. It's not like it's
you can slide in and grab a piece, right?
Easily,
and then just claim I'm getting it for Dave, and then just you eat it, right?
You had no one there who could slide in and order
friends that could have put one in for you. Lewicka was previously included in the monthly team lunches when she worked at the Hemel Hempstead branch, according to The Sun. That's a problem. It's like
healthcare. You can't give it to someone and then take it away.
Right.
You just
once
can't.
They've had it. Once you've experienced the monthly team pizza lunch, take it away from someone is like
it's a crime.
It's worse than murder, Jay.
It really is.
I'm just going to say this right now. Hartwell Ford. It seems like they don't have a Hartwell, right?
No.
It seems like their heart isn't well. Ford reportedly tried to defend management's decision to exclude Lewicka by citing her part-time work schedule, which ended at 1 p.m. We're going to have lunch at 1:15.
Yeah,
everybody who works
you're off the clock.
She's off. We don't have team lunches for people who aren't working at this time. I love how much the dealership is digging in here.
Oh,
Jay.
yeah. They're not going to back off on this
They're
one.
mad that she filed that sexual
And
harassment
they're
claim.
like, we're going to punish you. We're going to start having fun without you and purposely leave you out.
Try getting a deal on a floor model Escape with these guys. I mean, they're tough, Jay. They're tough.
They don't mess around.
Good luck. They're going to be sticklers. That's what we know about these guys. Sorry, Lewicka. You're off at 1 p.m. and lunch starts at 1:05. Glenn, what kind of pizza do you want? However, the judge for this case did not view the defense as a reasonable excuse. The judge was like, this may work in Hartwell Ford world, but it's not going to work in the legal world. Nobody is going to take the side of a car dealership trying to screw someone on a team lunch. Am I right?
You think this judge hasn't had to go buy a car in his or her life?
This person knows how it goes. Employment judge Jennifer Bartlett, and a woman who is probably like, these guys tried to screw me. If you're a woman and you've tried to buy a car, they always are like, we can get her. Malgorzata Lewicka could have been asked if she wanted to join in during a recent hearing, according to The Sun. If you don't include everyone, then you're basically including no one, said the judge. To me, this is like a kindergarten teacher to the defendant, right?
Yes.
The judge also determined there was sufficient evidence to show that Lewicka endured additional workplace discrimination with cut hours, pay, neglect from colleagues at the Watford branch. So they sent her to Watford.
And then they blackballed her at the Watford branch.
They sent her to Watford to kind of get the business, so to speak. By January 2019, Lewicka was let go from her role at Hartwell Ford after 5 years of service. So she had a 5-year powertrain, and they're like, we're not covering it anymore, right? Yeah, like anything, like any warranty that you have.
Yes.
I moved to Watford within weeks of the conclusion of. She moved to Watford within weeks of the conclusion of her grievance, and in the absence of any other explanation for the situation, we found her exclusion was victimization, which was continued all around until the time of her dismissal. She was awarded $32,000.
That's pretty good.
I just want the defense to say, but Your Honor, nobody is talking about Lewicka's breath here. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason she wasn't invited.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad.
To me, it should have started at $32,000, but in order to drive that money off the lot,
slid that number across the table.
I'm gonna take this. The defense attorney should have been like, I'm gonna take this to my manager and see what.
Yeah, what's it gonna take to get you into this verdict?
A spokesman for Ford Europe says the company has zero tolerance policy for discrimination and harassment, and then added, "What kind of pizza would you like, Colin?" None for you, Lewicka. Gareth, would you want anchovies? Guys, nobody give Lewicka yours. If anybody does, you're in trouble.
She's off the clock.
We expect our business partners to adhere to similar codes of conduct, they wrote. This is code for, we're going to say the right thing here, even though we're not going to do anything about it. Okay? We don't give a shit about this woman.
I mean, she did win in court, but it is kind of a ridiculous case.
Yeah. She didn't get the invite to the monthly pizza party, a party that happens after she's done with work. So she sued. This is like a slippery slope.
Yep.
You're opening the door for lawsuits where people who aren't satisfied, like with their Secret Santa gifts, right?
Your Honor, there was zero effort put into my Secret Santa gift.
Yes, it was packaged, but I don't need another toothbrush, right?
Can you imagine the emotional hardship I went through when I opened it up and saw that, yes, it was a toothbrush, but no, it wasn't electric?
It was like Arthur in Accounts Receivable was sending a clear message that he wanted to cancel Christmas.
And he didn't want me to have any Yuletide joy, and that's worth at least $32,000 to me.
This whole lawsuit was how much they laughed in her face as they were eating the pizza.
That's what it's about.
Did they dance around with the slices? You know what I mean? Did they scowl at her while they sprinkled Parmesan cheese and red pepper on the...
So that's what you think this is about,
Yeah.
as opposed to just... Like, she's not really emotionally damaged.
No.
She's just like, I want to stick it to these people, and she won.
And she won. And she won a little bit of money. So I guess, I'm happy for her, but I don't know if I really am happy for her.
Right, you won the battle, but in the overall, like, what are we now moving
She's
into?
learned to be more litigious in the future. And here's the bottom line. People aren't buying Fords in England. And that is a show, guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
But we got the jokes.
We will see you guys tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da.